Now, ICICI Bank's KV Kamath believes RBI should be considering a cut in CRR and also a cut in key policy rates. Kamath also came out in support of the auction route for divestment and said all routes should be considered as far as monetizing PSU assets are concerned.
I think I use the phrase saying that the government has to monetize what it has got. That can be done in a variety of ways. It is disinvestment of what it has already achieved, or it is fresh projects, public-private partnership in those. I think all these routes ought to be considered, because the government has done a great job in keeping its budget deficit where it is at 1.8%. And I think this will only make the government even stronger while releasing money for development.
Sir, another thing is that inflation is now down. Do you see rate cuts coming in by RBI? You're a veteran banker.
Again, I have never called what the Reserve Bank would do, but let me put it this way. With inflation where it is and the shortage of liquidity with the banks, I would think that this is something that warrants a look. Both, I would say, a cut in CRR and maybe easing of interest rates. But again, I don't want to call it that is a policy decision that the government will take. Thank you.
Sir, another thing is that power and telecom, banks have a huge exposure to them. Do you think it's a toxic asset for
No, not at all. Absolutely not. It's a growth country growing at 10%. There is nothing toxic in our country. Everything will be absorbed in the 10% growth. And these are all dynamics of growth. These are not non-performing assets by any stretch of imagination. Most of those assets have yet to go into production. So I'm sure those assets will be great use to the nation.